Hey, this is the voice of JB, and I hope everyone is doing well. I was thinking about my first car. It was a 1980 bright orange Mercury Zephyr. Yes, here she is, that I affectionately called the Goonie Goo Goo Mobile. Yeah, you remember? Does that name sound familiar? If you remember Eddie Murphy's, I believe it was the Delirious comedy video. That was a name that they gave their Aunt Money. But anyway, I digress. And so there was this one particular day. It had been raining earlier that day and it had cleared up and I had to run out and do some errands. And so I got on one of the main roads that I tend to drive on a regular basis. And I saw a couple of puddles here and there. It wasn't, I didn't think nothing of it, no big deal to me. And so I'm just driving down the road, and then, I go through this medium sized puddle, and then the unexpected happened. All of a sudden, the Goonie Google Mobile just came to a full halt. And I'm like, what in the sweet potato pie is going on here? There was absolutely nothing I could do but just sit there and hope that she would start back up. And fortunately, she did. And I just kind of went on my merry way and I didn't think too much about it, right? And then it happened a second time. And I'm like, why is she afraid of going through puddles? And then it happened a third time. And I was like, I have to find a solution to what is going on. Why does this keep happening? And when I spoke to the mechanic, he basically told me that there was water that was getting under the distributor cap. And that's what was causing the Goonie Google Mobile just to stop on me. So he was able to provide a solution to my problem. And so it put me in a position to be prepared if something like that were to happen again. So I got a question for you. What would happen if you got into, say, a really serious car accident or some other type of accident? Or what if what if you became seriously ill so much to the point where you became totally incapacitated? Where you weren't able to do things physically, you weren't able to do things mentally that you were able to do before because you're totally incapacitated. What would you do to be prepared for that? That's why I want to talk about durable power of attorneys. Now, granted, I'm not an attorney by no means, but I just have information that is so imperative that you understand to put yourself in a better position to be prepared if such things happen. Now, I often talk about wills and trusts and beneficiaries, which is all a part of the estate planning process. And a lot of that tends to come into play when a person passes away. But there's also some very important things that are part of estate planning when you're still alive, and this is one of them. That's why I wanted to talk about durable power of attorneys. That is a legal document that you can get drawn up, that you can name an individual or individuals to be able to handle your financial matters or other matters if you become incapacitated. See, it's equally important to be prepared, not just for the inevitable, but for the now while you're still living. So I want to encourage you to go to a website, trustandwill.com. They have a wealth of information to help you with the estate planning process. I've used them for all of my estate planning needs, and I'll even provide a link where you can save up to 20% off. And the other thing, too, is if you wanted to have a free consultation with one of the representatives from Trust and Will, they'll set that up for you. See, it's about taking action now to put yourself in a position to be prepared for the unexpected. This is the voice of JB, and I encourage you to walk in peace. Take action now. Peace out, everybody.